As we are in the beginning of the economic collapse, a terrifying new reality is unfolding behind closed doors. The panic officially begins today. Wall Street tried to smash prices, but the rubber band effect just violently snapped, exactly as we warned you in our last video. The harder they compress the price of silver, the more explosive the rebound becomes. Silver just triggered a massive parabolic breakout, exploding to $75 an ounce. This explosive move is the direct result of the most historic physical silver shortage we have ever witnessed. While the media tries to distract you with falling stock prices, the true epicenter of this earthquake is deep inside the COMEX. Wall Street banks are absolutely terrified as their manipulated paper illusion breaks down in real time. A massive, silent bank run is currently underway, not for fiat cash, but for tangible assets. The smart money is quietly draining every single ounce of physical silver bullion left in the COMEX depositories. As veteran momentum analyst Michael Oliver has been urgently warning his subscribers, we are watching the early stages of a catastrophic, unavoidable silver squeeze. You see, the government can print trillions of digital dollars to bail out a failing bank, but they cannot print a single physical coin to bail out the COMEX when industrial buyers demand delivery. Institutional elites know the fractional reserve model of the COMEX is a mathematical nightmare. They are desperately converting their dying paper wealth into heavy, indestructible silver bullion. Because physical metal is the ultimate kryptonite to their rigged, debt-based financial Ponzi scheme. And right now, the global inventory of available metal is plummeting to terrifyingly low levels. If you hold paper, you are Wall Street's exit liquidity. If you hold physical, you become the bank. Let me show you the exact forensic data proving why this historic silver shortage is mathematically unstoppable and why the elites are panicking. Let's open the ledger. Before we expose the true magnitude of this escalating silver shortage, I want you to drop a comment below and tell me. Are you leaving your savings in a fragile banking system, or are you aggressively securing physical metal? Lock your answers in right now. Hit that subscribe button and join the smart money tribe before the collapse accelerates. Now, look at the macroeconomic reality. As the legendary author Robert Kiyosaki has stated for years, savers are losers in a rigged system. We are watching the real-time, irreversible death of fake money. Regional banks are quietly cracking under the crushing pressure of toxic commercial real estate loans. The Federal Reserve is completely trapped in a corner. They either let the banking system crash, or they turn the money printers back on, unleashing a tidal wave of hyperinflation. This absolute panic is exactly what is supercharging the current silver price manipulation. Wall Street is deliberately keeping paper prices low to shake you out of your positions before the inflation storm hits. But retail investors are finally waking up. The demand for physical silver bullion is skyrocketing globally. We are seeing an unprecedented disconnect. The manipulated paper market says one thing, while local dealers and online bullion shops are hanging sold-out signs on their digital doors. This isn't just an American problem. This silver shortage is a global phenomenon spreading like wildfire. And the massive financial institutions who relentlessly shorted this market are beginning to sweat. Because when the physical supply dries up completely, the paper contracts they rely on will be exposed as completely worthless. We are watching a tectonic shift from digital illusions to real, tangible wealth. Let me break down the brutal mathematics of this broken supply chain and why miners are shutting down. To understand the severity of this historic silver shortage, you have to look at the brutal math of the global supply chain. The Federal Reserve's aggressive policies and the resulting credit freeze have completely paralyzed the mining industry. It takes massive amounts of capital and energy to pull a single ounce of physical silver bullion out of the ground. But with borrowing costs skyrocketing and inflation crushing margins, primary silver miners are operating at a catastrophic loss. And here is the most terrifying data point that Wall Street is desperately trying to hide from the public. Roughly 70% of the world's silver is mined simply as a byproduct of base metals like copper and zinc. As the economic collapse destroys global construction and real estate, those giant copper and zinc mines are rapidly shutting down. When base metal mining stops, the global supply of newly mined silver drops straight off a cliff. We are watching the primary supply of the metal effectively go to zero, right in the middle of a massive silver squeeze. Because while supply is dying, the industrial demand from the tech, AI, and military sectors is absolutely exploding. These multi-billion-dollar tech giants do not care about the manipulated paper silver price flashing on your screen. Their demand is completely price inelastic. Without physical silver, their advanced technologies simply cannot function. This mathematical collision between collapsing supply and skyrocketing demand is tearing the paper market apart. Bullion banks know that a paper futures contract is absolutely useless to an electric vehicle manufacturer. And when those massive industrial buyers turn to the COMEX to take immediate physical delivery, they're going to find out that the vaults have already been quietly emptied by the East. The paper illusion is shattering. Let's look at exactly what industry expert David Morgan is predicting and how Eastern powers are exploiting this historic vulnerability before the ultimate default. If you want to understand the true scale of this crisis, look at the historical vault data. The numbers are absolutely terrifying for Western banks, and they have been flashing warning signs for years. According to global market reports, we are now sitting in the 5th consecutive year of a massive structural silver deficit. For half a decade, the world has violently consumed vastly more physical metal than it has mined. And today, as the economic collapse accelerates, the Eastern superpowers are officially calling Wall Street's bluff. They know the manipulated silver price you see on television is nothing but an engineered paper illusion. So, instead of trading digital contracts, China and the BRICS nations are aggressively demanding immediate physical delivery. They are ruthlessly draining the COMEX and LBMA vaults, pulling thousands of tons of physical silver bullion permanently east. Look at the registered inventory categories. The actual metal available to settle these paper trades is violently crashing toward zero. There are currently hundreds of fake paper claims for every single legitimate ounce of physical silver left in the system. The panic begins right now because the megabanks suddenly realize they are trapped in an inescapable silver squeeze. They do not have the metal to cover their M. A sieve short positions, and the global supply chain has completely frozen. When the industrial giants and billionaire investors realize the vaults are truly empty, the fear will be absolute. We are staring down the barrel of a catastrophic default where the exchanges will be forced to declare force majeure. They will lock the vault doors and force paper holders to accept a worthless cash settlement instead of their real metal. The fiat currency you receive in that settlement will be completely destroyed by the hyperinflation of the economic collapse. This is why smart money is refusing to sell. They understand that this historic silver shortage is a permanent paradigm shift. The paper illusion is being systematically dismantled, which brings me to the most important question you have to ask yourself today. If you are a physical silver stacker or gold investor watching this economic collapse unfold, do not let the manipulated paper prices terrify you into surrendering your wealth back to the elites. This engineered panic is creating the absolute greatest physical buying opportunity of this entire market cycle. Before the COMEX officially breaks, you need to look at major trusted online dealers like AppMex or JM Bullion. Because when the global masses finally wake up to the reality of this historic silver shortage, those dealers are going to be wiped out of inventory, and you will see sold out signs everywhere. So I am asking you directly, as the Federal Reserve's fiat system burns to the ground, are you going to be Wall Street's exit liquidity, or are you backing up the truck and holding the line? Drop your exact strategy in the comments below. Let the algorithms know that the smart money is stacking, not selling. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification immediately, because we are tracking the true scale of this physical silver squeeze and bank collapse in real time. The panic has begun. Secure your assets, and I will see you in the comments right now.